Hi again, YouTube. It's me. I don't really have a lot to talk about today, mostly because there's not a lot to talk about. What can I say? Well, I don't know which one of the videos that I talked about how there's stuff you can do on campus, and this will be kind of like a bit of a talk about what kind of stuff you can do on campus, a bit of an extension, I guess. Most, I don't know if most colleges are like this, but like high school and stuff like that, college has clubs and club activities and stuff that you can do to pursue hobbies or things that you find interesting. There's the knitting club, where there's a couple a cappella groups that are technically clubs, and so there's stuff like that. I personally belong to the Rainbow Club, which it's technically the Rainbow League, and it is basically what we all like to call it every now and again is the gay club. So technically speaking, that's where the LGBTQ plus community goes, and we like to hold events and educate people, and it's a nice place for people to go. It was called the Alliance, but a lot of there was a bad association with that name in our school, so we changed it. So yeah, you don't have to be gay to go to that club, but you can be a friend of someone who is, or you can be just a supporter of the community. And me personally, I am a part of the LGBTQ plus community. I'm pan-romantic demisexual, which if you don't know what that is, basically my pan-romantic is basically my heart. I can fall in love with anyone. It doesn't matter what their gender is, or it doesn't matter what their gender or their sexual orientation kind of is important, but I can fall in love with pretty much anyone. Demisexual is part of the I think how they described it was basically that it's part of the black and white scale. It's where I have to have emotional attachment, connection, feelings with a person in order to have sex with them. I can't just randomly go out and have a one-night stand, or just sleep with somebody. I can't do that. I have to know the person. I have to care about the person. I need to be interested in who they are as a person. They have to be basically connected to me in some emotional way. And the problem with that sometimes is that I end up having sexual attraction to my friends and people that I care about, and even though it's kind of my thing, everybody knows that that's me. I have problems with that because it's awkward to talk to a friend and be like, yeah, I would sleep with you, but I'm not going to because I don't love you. And sometimes the heart and my sexual drive do not agree. I can sleep with a person I have emotional attachment to, but not love them. It's complicated sometimes, and I don't know. It's difficult. I have a lot of friends that, to be honest, my problems are kind of minor compared to a lot of other people's complicated orientations and or romance and stuff like that, and that's just life. That's how it is. And I was never officially like out in high school, like everybody thought I was like I thought for a while that, you know, maybe I was bi. They thought I was bi, or a lesbian. A lot of people thought I was a lesbian, which is really interesting, because I dated both males and females in high school. But you know, when I got here, I didn't date anyone. I never ever dated anyone. I've been single for like a long time. And so, everybody assumed that I was basically a lesbian when I got here, and there's a lot of hate that comes with that. A lot of it, you don't really, like, you don't notice that a lot. You really don't. In high school, I got, like, nasty stares, or, some people, when I was my senior year, I dated a girl, and I adored her absolutely to the max. She was a great person and a wonderful human being, and in my high school, I guess a lot of people didn't approve of that. I got a lot of verbal assault, like verbal attacks on us, and I dealt with it because it wasn't fair for her to have to deal with that, because she was a freshman and I didn't want to leave the high school and leave her having to deal with that. But anyway, yeah, when I got here, I didn't really realize how much hate there actually can be in the world. I mean, I dealt with a lot of verbal communication, and then I got here and I heard about some of my friends having physical problems with people, like, and then I've dealt with people writing hate messages on my blackboard or whiteboard. Well, it's kind of black, but you write in ink, paint on it. My paint board out on my door, and I dealt with someone who was actively trying to figure out if I was a lesbian or not, and it was really stressful and exhausting to have to deal with, because even when I first got here, I was still trying to figure out, you know, what describes my sexual orientation, what describes me as a sexual being. And even then I thought it was pan, but that didn't fit. It didn't feel right. I couldn't sleep with anyone. I just couldn't be that way. So I figured out that it was I was more demi than anything else. And the romantic scale, I think, is usually used, or is mostly used, or officially used. I don't really know. I have a friend who's really good at talking about this kind of stuff. She's great, but she's asexual, which means she doesn't have sexual attraction at all, which actually is a thing. People who are ace do exist. So does people who are bisexual, they exist. A lot of people like to say and think that they do not, and that's not true. They do exist. They are actual people. They actually feel this way about things, and they're not broken, and people like to think that they are, and that's not great. That's one of the things that one of my friends, she's had to deal with, you know. But she's really great about talking about this stuff. I'm not going to tell you who she is, mostly because she's not here on campus, and I don't have her permission to do that, like I did with my other friend Dylan. He and I talked about it all the time for a bit, and I told him I was going to talk to him, and he said that was okay, I guess, kind of, but not really. But anyway, he's got a YouTube channel of his own, and he's known in circles to people. So, but this is my friend, my other friend, she does not, and I don't want to put her in that position because that's not fair. But anyway, back to her being a great human being. She's really great at being able to communicate and talk. But anyway, basically the romantic scale, like me being pan-romantic, there's also like I guess romantic, and I don't know if it's also queer or not queer, but homo romantic. I'm not really sure. I can't remember. But she's better at remembering these things than I am. But usually the romantic scale is kind of like, I wouldn't say reserved, but usually it's used for people who are demi or asexual, and the asexual scale is usually I think black and white. There's also gray and stuff like that. One side of the scale is never not sexually attracted to anyone, or like doesn't have sex, can't, because they're not sexually attracted to people, which is cool, I think. Well, not cool. I don't want to say that. It's just, to me, it's interesting because I'm not like, I'm not asexual. I have sexual attractions. So to never feel sexually attracted to someone, I think is interesting, and I would love to learn more about it. I should probably talk to my friend about it, but I don't want to insult her. And if I insulted anyone who is watching this who is asexual and everybody that I'm wrong about anything, please correct me, but be a little nice about it if you can. I'm still learning. We didn't really have an alliance or LGBT community in my school, so we didn't really have the kind of education thing. I didn't really get educated about it until I got here, so be gentle. I'm still new to this stuff, but feel free to call me out on my crap if I'm wrong. And if I'm not wrong or half right, then go for it and tell me anyway. I like to learn new things. But anyway, back to the gay club. You do not need to be gay to join the club. You really don't. And you're not going to be associated as gay when you join the club. A lot of people think that because they'll be like, on the inside, they're just like, I don't care. I support gay rights. That's fine. They go do your own thing. My friends are gay. My friends are part of the community, and that's fine. But don't go to a club. Don't say I'm not going to join the club because I don't want people to think I'm gay, because they're not going to. Most of the clubs are called the Alliance, which entails the community and people who support them, the allies. We need more of them. We need people to come out and say, hey, I am not gay. I am not part of this community. But they are allowed to live happily the way that they are. And that's important. We need people to support us, even if you're not gay. Because a lot of the times when a person in the community voices their opinion on the rights that we want to get, like, now we can marry. Yay! I can get married. But no, a lot of times when we from the community voice our opinions, they're just saying, well, you're biased because you're gay. But when an ally voices it, they're not gay. They're not biased. They're just saying, hey, these people have a right to be happy in their lives. Just like I do. And, so I guess there's that. So definitely go talk to Dylan, see Dylan's YouTube channel. I still promote his channel because he's a great human being, and I mentioned him earlier, so might as well put it up there again. Definitely, you don't necessarily have to educate yourself on the community, but I figured I wanted to let you guys know that, yeah, I'm part of the community, and every now and again I probably will mention it. So if you like my videos and you want me to make more of them, feel free to subscribe or like this video. In the comment section, feel free to ask me any kind of questions you want to ask, any questions about the community or my sexuality or romantic behaviors, or please don't hate. Freedom of speech and all that, but please just don't be hateful and cruel because you don't agree with what I said, or you don't think that, that you don't like if you're homophobic or not, well, that sounds like an attack. But if you don't agree with the lifestyle, please don't be cruel. Okay, there's a lot of hate in this world, and people of our community have to deal with that every day, and it's not necessary to remind us of that hate every time you get the chance, you know? So, you can voice your opinion, but try not to be nasty about it, if you can. I know that sometimes you can't, and that's okay. I will still read those comments, and I will still answer anyone's questions. So, yeah, basically, yeah. Subscribe or like or comment. And wish me good luck in my college life.